Good morning. This is just sort of a postscript from the video I made on my birthday, and I just wanted to show you because I noticed when I did it, it didn't show the wall hanging, and that is, we bought that when we bought our clock. In fact, it's a design, the man that designed our clock designed the little hooked rug up there that you're seeing of the rooster. And I just love it. And the clock was my 40th anniversary present. Tom had come in and handed me a whole bunch of $50 bills, and I think it came up to 400. And he said, "You can do whatever you want with this for our anniversary." And I wanted a grandfather clock. Well, when we went to pick it out, I saw this little wall hanging, or it's a little rug actually, and I just fell in love with it. And Tom said, "You can have that too." And of course, it came to more than $400, the two of them. So it was a nice anniversary gift. And then I wanted to say I chose not to I'm choosing not to go back to the emergency room if I have a heart issue, not because I was cold and hungry. At 82, I've been cold and hungry a lot of times, but it was a very stressful experience. No food, hardly any water, no sleep, all the tests, all the doctors, everything. And after it was all over, I read one of the tests, the side effect of one of the tests they gave me: in 10 years you could get leukemia, maybe. Well, I'm not too worried about that. But I don't want to go back. If I have a problem, I'd rather be at home doing something and leaving that way. So that's my choice. And the other thing is, they did send me home with 2 prescriptions. And when I got home, I read about one of them and decided, no way, I'm going to take that. It was you had to take it for life once you started, because if you stopped, you would get blood clots and they could go through your heart. So no to that one. And the other one I did decide to take for a while, and after I started taking it, my feet did swell, my legs swole, my stomach swole. I gained, I think, over 20 pounds. And one night I was reading the fine print of all the side effects, and it caused your feet to swell. Well, I stopped taking it, and it took a long time to get an appointment and I wanted to go to an electrical heart doctor's. There's pumps, and anyway, there's no plumbing and electrical. Anyway, whichever one I went to, when I did go to him, he said I didn't need the medicine and I've come too soon. So that was okay, and I had stopped taking it and I felt much better. Okay, then I'm going to show you, because on my bed and all over you see quilts that I've made. And this is no special pattern. This, I just had scraps, and I put them together. And it's large quilting instead of little stitches. So they're, and you can't see them in here, but the stitches in it are large. Oh, maybe, well, I don't know. I don't know if they show up, but anyway, it was fun. And the stitching, the hand stitching, takes me longer than any other process. But what I want to show you is the wool bat. And this is from our sheep. I still have some in every quilt that I have. The only thing is, I can't put them in the dryer. I can put them on the delicate or the hand wash cycle in the washing machine, but that's it. Anyway, this is a queen size bat that you're looking at, And also, I have on our beds, underneath, is what you call an underquilt. And I've taken and I've maybe, one of them, underquilt, I put 3 bats together. And it makes a very nice bed to lay on. And it makes it warm in the wintertime. So, and in the summertime, I have the one that just has the single bat, the underquilt. But I made 3 of them for us. And 1, 2, and 3. And so I wanted to show you that. And I didn't make this. I sent it out to be made. And I know it went to at least a couple of, went back to either Michigan or Wisconsin or Minnesota, I'm not sure, but it went to 2 states to get done. And so that's it, and they're wonderful. They're just great. And hand stitching, it's like going through a cloud when I make them. And remember, a quilt, unless it's stitched, either machine or by hand, it's not a quilt unless it's been stitched. Otherwise, you can call it a comforter. So that, I just wanted to share that with you. And again, I just loved having sheep. One last thing I'd like to just finish with our bed, and that is, I didn't really explain right when Tom, it's like it's on a big box, and I think he made it out of like 1x12s, and it's this big box, and then there's slats just like a regular bed. Anyway, the beauty of it was screwed together, and we could just put the pieces when we were moving down and move them, and when we got there, he just screwed them back together, and we had something to put our bed on. And when we lived in Nampa, I wanted a really high bed. So Tom took, I think it was 36 inches high, and I'm going to walk over here so maybe you can see a little bit. And actually, when he got done, it was higher than this. It was like this, but good for him. All he had to do, I mean, he was there, and they're wonderful to get in and out of, but I had to have steps up to get into bed, and I really enjoyed it. But I got older, and the bed has been, every once in a while, I'd say, okay, it needs to be lowered. The first lowering was so it hit me in the right place, and then it just went down for there, and I think we've lowered it twice since we've been here, and I don't even think it's 12 inches anymore, but I think it started out with that 12-inch, and it's just really convenient for moving. And so that's what we did, and we always had a place to put our mattress on. And then the headboards just were attached later, or onto it, and it's all one flat piece, so it was real easy to move. And we had to make moving easy because we did it too many times. And so with that, I'm gonna let you go.